Welcome back to Bayou Geeks. We're on episode 47. Three more, we hit 50. Yay. I'm your co-host, Bobby
No chromium.
Bearhart.
Hey, no chromium covers here.
No, right? I'm your co-host, Bobby Bearhart, and with me, as always,
Jason Elliott.
All right, so we've got a few things to cover. We're a week off. Sorry about that. We kind of got a little busy with normal lives, but I finally tried out the Avengers beta from Square Enix. It's a beta. I'm giving it a C plus, B minus.
Yeah.
Just for me, it was. I like the voices.
Oh, of course. You know they're regulars. You know the Sony regulars.
I liked the gameplay for the most part. However, it felt a little repetitive.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's kind of almost like X-Men Legends. You know,
Yeah,
like a Diablo. I mean, except the graphics are better. Characters are bigger, but yeah. I mean, maybe it's going to be fixed on it. I mean, like you said, it is a beta. Like I explained before, it's a beta. So,
I mean,
the thing is they got tons of things to work out.
and I don't know if they can really fix much of the kinks. But I mean, you know what? I know you're gonna pick it up when it comes out. I might wait for it to drop in price.
Yeah, probably with Black Friday.
Exactly. I'll probably pick it up Black Friday. Just because I do want to see where the game goes. I kind of figured out who MODOK is.
Yeah, he's the main villain.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm pretty sure he's the scientist that was in the Helicarrier.
Yeah. Yeah. If you know his real name or know anything about him,
yeah,
you know what he is.
I'm interested to play as Kamala Khan, but I don't know. I'll it's a smash and grab game, and I get that.
Yeah, and I've been hearing about a battle. I was told today at work there's a battle pass for each character.
Really? What?
Yeah, I mean, this is something I think it costs like $10 or something like that, or you can like grind and get it. I mean, but yeah, it's a battle pass. It's like $10. So hey,
I don't know. I mean, from the beginning, I don't feel this is going to be a replayable game like
it
Spider-Man.
might. The thing is, when Spider-Man comes through, I think it probably will be. But the thing is, it's like this. I was talking with a coworker of mine, and he was saying something about like the cosmetic changes, like the costumes and everything.
Right.
And he said that like basically it's all cosmetic. It's nothing. It's not like in Spider-Man where you have like a different suit and you get different powers.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
It's just a look.
Which, I mean, I think that they're missing something there, because I think that one of the cool things about Spider-Man the game was that
You had so many different suits.
You had ones where he got stronger. He had the drone pop off and start shooting people. You had more webbing. You had
the Iron Spider.
The Iron Spider with like the four limbs. I like the Rock Spider where he pulled out his guitar and like jammed and like waves came out. I think you could easily do that with with Iron Man, have like different mark suits. I think Thor, you could have like King Thor or Old Man Thor, where you've got different Mjolnirs. You got Ultimate Thor. I think they could have done a lot, and I think that that's going to be a missed opportunity.
And it'll probably be like a patch or downloadable content. I mean, it better be.
I mean, and like with Arkham Knights, you had different suits, and it didn't give you anything extra. But that was different in that the Arkham suit still looked cool. No one complained that the Arkham suit looked bad. Like getting to play as Adam West or Neil Adams, Denny O'Neill's, or like 89 or Batfleck, those are all cool, like little Easter eggs. You don't need anything else.
Yeah, I think they had a Batman Beyond skin,
Yeah, they had
Batman
one skin.
Anime Series skin.
Yeah, they had so many different skins, and I think Square Enix missed.
May have dropped the ball.
Yeah, they had the ball, and they dropped it. So yeah, I'll wait till you give me your opinion, and then I'll probably pick it up Black Friday for $20.
Yeah, or but just if it goes down, do you have an account with GameStop?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to use your $5 off coupons, man.
But so once again, like I don't, even if it's $55, even with like the tax, it's still 60. I'm just like, I don't want to play it. I don't want to. I don't know. Let me finish Lara Croft first, and then I'll consider.
I played some Streets of Rage 4, and I think that's a game you should pick up.
Really? Well, I'm working my way through Lara Croft, and I'm actually digging that. I dig that. But
those Tomb Raider games are awesome. I think I'm going to play a little bit tonight.
I mean, it was the original Uncharted, so
pretty much.
Right. Okay, so we are a week behind, but DC fandom,
a lot of cool shit.
And I'll say this, and I was reading an article today. I'm like, that's what I was saying. This is what I had hoped San Diego Comic-Con was going to be like.
And and here's the thing: there was an article on Variety about how DC fandom just kind of came in, and I think they got like 22 million viewers. It was a lot.
It was they had a lot of viewers, and here's the thing: like, say what you like. Aisha Taylor was the overall host, and she did a phenomenal job.
She's great, dude.
She's great. Aisha Taylor's amazing. But
is it Tyler or Taylor? Is she the one from Talk Soup or?
Yep, Talk Soup and.
Okay, it's Aisha Tyler. Yeah,
it's Tyler. Okay, sorry,
yeah.
Aisha. But yeah, Aisha Tyler. Talk Soup, Archer.
She was on Friends as the first black love interest.
Oh, she was on Friends. That's right.
Yeah.
She was the overall host. Other than when they went to like other countries and they had I'm from Brazil. It's like that was kind of unnecessary.
On the nose.
The panels were fantastic.
Yeah.
I only missed like a few of the panels. But what was so great about it was that it kept going. It never stopped. There wasn't a pause. So you weren't going like, oh, I'll stop here. Like, oh, I gotta watch this one. Oh, I gotta watch this one. The Wonder Woman panel was good, but the moderators weren't the best.
No.
And it was more glaring when you went from a panel like Wonder Woman 84, which should have been a top-notch panel. And it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad, but the trailer definitely saved it. But then you go from that, then you go to the next panel was Sandman, which I thought was going to be boring, but Yvette Nicole Brown moderated that, and she did like a brilliant job moderating it. And Tora like, oh, continue, Miss Brown. She was engaging. She was like, she knew the character.
If you really look at her on Walking Dead, you see that she's engaging. So
when she's on The Talking Dead, whenever she's moderating any panel, she is very engaging. She does her research. She when she's been on there, either as the host or as a guest, she pulls out like her little diary, and like she's got the notes. Like she knows her stuff, and she does it so well. I'll watch any show she moderates. Screw it.
Yeah. And you remember she did take over.
She did
for Talking Dead for a while.
Yeah.
For brief, very brief.
So we got the Wonder Woman trailer. We saw the first look at Cheetah, and I think
she does not look like an extra from Cats.
No, she does not. James said that. So in the comic books, Maxwell Lord's power is telepathy. He can push his mind onto you and make you do what he wants.
So this is probably what he does to Cheetah then, huh?
Well, in this one, what it is that he can grant you a wish, but the wish has. He's like a monkey paw. He gives you the wish, but the wish has horrible consequences.
Mm.
So, and James pointed this out. Is this how Steve Trevor comes back? And does he have a horrible nightmare that follows him up?
Hmm.
So we saw that. I watched that panel. I watched Sandman, which talked about the upcoming Netflix show that they're working on, and the audiobooks. And they spoke with Michael Sheen, who plays Lucifer, and that was an absolute. I love Michael Sheen. I think Michael Sheen's a fantastic actor. So that was really cool.
He did Twilight. I'll give him for that. I'll forgive him for that.
Dude, there are so many great actors in Twilight. You can forgive them.
Of course.
You can forgive them for Twilight. Let's see what else was there. Movie wise, we saw the Batman trailer.
Yes, and it looks awesome.
It looks amazing.
You know, Colin Farrell is very unrecognizable.
We can't even recognize him. Like people have to take pictures.
Had you not known that he was in the movie? I mean, I knew that, you know, the different incarnations of Penguin, just because the way his face looks.
Right.
You know, he's kind of like, you know, especially the nose, I knew it was the Penguin. But Jeffrey Wright even said he couldn't even recognize him.
Right. And so and this is year 2 of Batman. So it's still an early costume, still early Batmobile. And this is
early
the
mistakes.
Difference. And this is before Nigma, Cobblepot, and Selena Kyle become the Riddler, the Penguin, and Catwoman. So I dig that. I like the early design of Catwoman, like the little ears, just
the
hoodie. I mean, I think that's going to be I think that will be absolutely it's going to steal the show. Like DC, is DC up to Marvel now? I can't say that because Marvel's had 10 years.
Listen. The thing is, DC got a late start. You know, that there wasn't the leadership that needed to be in place for them to start there. So the thing is, quality wise, I mean, I think at this point, DC should go for quality versus quantity.
Yeah.
And because, you know, Marvel's got a lot of movies, and I mean, they do have some misfires in there. I mean, Thor: Dark World,
right? Iron Man 2,
maybe
the Hulk.
Yeah, Iron Man 2, yeah. But the thing is, even those, I mean, you can even stack those up against, you know, some of the DC movies, and they're better. But I mean, still misfires. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, they've been good. But you know, DC's finally catching up. I mean, I think they're finally starting to turn a corner.
And I think once again, I think if Warner Brothers stays out of the way, and Matt Reeves has shown he can make phenomenal movies. Look at Patty Jenkins. Look at Patty Jenkins. They let Patty Jenkins alone, and she did a great job with Wonder Woman. They let James Wan alone with Aquaman. And the movie was good. It wasn't great, but it was still a fun movie.
Well, it's basically the first Iron Man.
Right, exactly.
It's a start. Or maybe even the first Thor.
I mean, you leave, like, Wonder Woman was fantastic because they left her alone.
Yeah.
So finally now, we did see the trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut. We're gonna see finally what Snyder had envisioned. Now the Snyder Cut will be 4 hours. It'll be a 4-hour miniseries, and then I think he said they're gonna try and do a max
cut it up
4-hour showing of it. So it'll be like
but I think they're gonna cut it up too.
Well, no, they're gonna do four weekly installments, and then they're gonna release like a 4-hour cut.
Oof. You better take a nap.
Right?
Take a nap.
I mean, HBO has done that before with The Godfather. A few years ago, they released The Godfather cut, and it was 1 and 2 combined with all the extras put in. All the deleted scenes were put in, and they were amazing. It was amazing. It was like a 8-hour epic, you know. But yeah, I mean, we saw Iris West. We saw a young Darkseid. He's not Darkseid yet, which is cool. Like that's Darkseid as a child, pretty much. We saw, we're gonna get more Zeus. We're gonna get more of the like that. That 3-minute battle apparently is gonna be like a 25-minute long epic battle. So everything that Joss Whedon took out, like Zach's gonna put in. And a buddy of mine Rob up in Austin, actually, he did make a good point that the two scenes that Joss did well were the opening scene with the kids taking the footage of
Oh
Superman,
yeah.
and then the race at the end. Like those are really good nods to the comics, and I did like those. But everything else
Kind of sucked.
was misfired. And I watched a really cool video. It did. I watched a cool video on YouTube on why Joss did so well with the Avengers, but missed with.
Well, because it wasn't his.
Well, not only that, but in the Avengers, he he has them all being very dysfunctional and not and clashing, and that's and then when they come together at the end, it's like, oh, the heroes have worked their problem out and they're together. In Justice League, there's never any
Conflict
friction.
between them.
There's no conflict. They kind of all agree with each other, and there's no they kind of already have beat Steppenwolf once. There's no drama, and so that's where he kind of like misfired.
But there was drama behind the set.
Yes, there was. So I'm excited about that. We also saw what else? What other
Saw
trailers?
some video games, man.
Well, we saw Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That
And
looked
we
really
got to see John Cena. We got to see Pete Davidson,
Pete Davidson apparently is going to be the
Mike Rooker. TDK is played by Nathan Fillion.
Peter Davidson is going to be oh god, who was Hangman?
Yeah.
The first one. He's going to be like on screen for like 10 minutes and then get killed off. It's funny. A lot of the guys that Gunn used, I've never heard of. Like I've heard of Ratcatcher, King Shark, obviously.
Yeah.
David Tennant. Oh, who was the 12th Doctor? Peter Capaldi is the Thinker, who was a villain in the Flash show. So and the Harley Quinn in a very Harley-esque outfit. So I am interested. And apparently the villain will be Starro.
Yeah, who's already appeared in the one DC themed show that was on NBC, Powerless.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that it was on. I never watched Powerless.
I didn't either. It didn't stay on. Alan Tudyk, I actually met him.
Yeah.
At a Comic-Con party, and he was like telling me about it. That like I think he was supposed to be. They changed it to Bruce Wayne's cousin.
Right.
To kind of, I guess, to tie into Batman. Hopefully that during sweeps he would make an appearance.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean that show was only on for like a little bit and then off. But Ron Funches.
It had a really great cast, but yeah, Starro, an alien from outer space that has telepathic abilities when it leaches to your face.
Yeah.
I think that'll be perfect for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And then video games. Let's jump onto that because wait, real quick. Did you watch the Boss and the Milestone panel?
I did not, but I know Static Shock is supposed to be coming back.
Right, they're bringing Static Shock,
and there will be a movie too.
Yes, they're bringing back Milestone. They're doing a Static Shock movie, and it was really great getting to listen to these men who created such a powerful comic book series, really.
And it's too bad Dwayne McDuffie couldn't be there. R.I.P. man.
And it was sad because they had Jim Lee there because Jim was saying like kind of bringing from the Image.
He was kind of like the boss because like the thing is he had the Wildstorm and
right. Well, at the time he was still with Image when Milestone started and formed. They were like their own little niche
imprint.
And they were, Jim Lee was like, yeah, it was really weird seeing y'all at Comic-Con in suits, and here were, us guys at Image wearing, T-shirts and
jeans.
And I forget who said it, but they were like, we had to wear suits because we were all black men, so we had to be better then. And you're like, yeah, sad that you have a bunch of white dudes in Image just rocking
slumming it.
The jeans,
kind of slumming it.
Exactly, but that's how it was. So yeah, that was great. And then Boss was the women of color in the DCU, and it was talking about, I can't think of any of their names, but like Iris West, Isis from Legend of Tomorrow, Shadows, Storm, Starfire, like all these like really like powerful women of color in the DCEU, and about how about the importance of being being representation for young or hell even adults, people of color. And that was a really great panel. If you can find it on YouTube, I would highly recommend watching it. But yes, going from that to video games, and we saw some badass games. Arkham Knights. Was it Arkham
Now,
Knights?
I don't know if you got the article I sent you, but it doesn't take place after Arkham Knights.
No, which
It's
is
not.
weird.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, where's Batman then?
Because
to me, I thought, they said that like, hey, this is, like a call to arms. You got Batgirl, you got Robin, and they all look the same as they did in the last game.
well, but not only that, but it starts off with his recorded message saying, "If you're getting this, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I've blown up the Batcave." I'm like, wait, that's how Arkham Knights ended. And Nightwing and Robin don't look like they do in Arkham Knights, which is great. I hated Nightwing's outfit in the Arkham series. But Damian Wayne looks like Damian. Batgirl looks amazing. Jason Todd looks amazing. So I don't know what they're doing. But I could have sworn that during the panel they said it takes place after Arkham Knights, but maybe they changed up their idea. But the little bit of gameplay we got was between
Mr. Freeze and Batgirl.
It was Batgirl and Robin
against Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze. And Mr. Freeze looks badass. He looks, I like the Mr. Freeze. That's a little bulkier and the huge armor. I dig that.
Yeah.
I like the co-op play between like the two characters.
Let's hope you can do online co-op play, because I know with games like Streets of Rage you can do, and Battletoads really fucked up in that you can only do couch co-op and not online co-op.
Which, by the way, I don't like. Once again, I don't play online. I'm an alcoholic with my games. I play alone.
I play. You know what? I played Streets of Rage 4, which you should pick up online, and it's actually a pretty nice experience.
Okay. And then we got Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, and that is supposed to take place in the Arkhamverse.
Yeah, it does. And I guess what's his name? Brainiac
has taken over the Justice League.
Yeah, so like he's making them villains, and
yeah,
we got Samoa Joe from the WWE and Impact.
Yes,
he's King Shark.
Which, like, I like King Shark on The Flash. However, I like the King Shark that's from Harley Quinn. That's Dave Fuchs does his voice.
Mm-hmm.
I like when he's funny and he's like really sweet on Harley Quinn, and he's just kind of like this stoner type dude until he tastes blood. And so we'll see what kind of King Shark we get in the game, but it looks more Harley Quinn-esque, where he's a little funnier, has some more one-liners. I am excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to play it and see how it plays. So, Arkham Knights. Well, is it Gotham Knights or Arkham Knights?
Gotham Knights. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. Gotham Knights will be released in 2022, I believe, right? Or next year.
I think they're trying it for 2021 for both. We'll see though.
No. Actually, because one of them was 2022. The Suicide Squad game was 2022.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, PS5 and Xbox Series X they're both around the corner, so they're gonna try to get those games.
That being said, though, Sony did say that they might not have enough.
Limited quantities.
Yep.
And it's the PS2 all over again.
Yeah. So I'll probably wait on the PS5. I won't get.
You know what? I'll see what I can do. I mean, to get one. I mean, I'll see, because they haven't really given us anything on, when pre-orders start, But I do know that same coworker told me that Sony's rumored to have like another little town hall meeting, like they had, when they revealed what the PS5 looks like for September 9th.
All
So
right.
take that what you will. I mean,
Right. And then finally, before we get into our sad news, I have picked up some of the Masters of the Universe Origins from Walmart. I've been able to find a few of them. I have He-Man, Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, and Battle Cat. I'm still missing Tila, Evelyn, and Beastman.
How much are they?
15.
Okay.
So they are much more reasonably priced than the Marvel Legends and DC. Although I did pick up Nightwing, and I have him fighting Matt Murdock. So they're $15. Battle Cat was 25. I still need to find the power sled that comes with Prince Adam, and that's 35, I think. So it's they're all actually really reasonably priced. So especially because it's an updated look on the characters. They're not like the Super Sevens,
Okay.
but so the Super Seven figures that came out, and I've got He-Man, Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, Tila. They are the same cast as the original He-Man figures. You can't move their arms, just like up, down. There's no joints. These they've got like the ball joints in the shoulders and
so they're more they have more range of motion, huh?
Exactly. So they look like the original figures, but with better range of motion. So I dig that. I dig that. But yeah, I 100% would recommend going out and buy them. Same packaging, just has like Origins 2020 on them, but they are only Walmart exclusives.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I think the AEW action figures from All Elite Wrestling, they came out this month too, and I think they're Walmart exclusives too. So.
And then of course Target has the G.I. Joe exclusives, which you have to get there at like 5 a.m. and wait in line.
we have Duke.
Do you have Duke?
Mm-hmm.
You got how much?
I think it's like 20 something, like 24, 25. I know I got the Snake Eyes. I got what I wanted because I knew Snake Eyes was going to be one of those characters that's highly coveted.
I've got Snake Eyes and Scarlet, and I might have to get you to hook me up with Duke because I need Duke and Roadblock.
Yeah, if it's there next week.
If it's there, exactly. All right, so we close off this episode on a sad note. Black Panther, actor extraordinaire, really. Chadwick Boseman passed away at the age of 42 due to colon cancer. The thing that makes him, I think, sets him aside from any other actor that has passed away tragically was that we didn't know. No one knew. Ryan Coogler admits that he didn't know. And so you have this man becoming, for a lot of people, their king.
Cultural icon.
A cultural icon fighting stage 3 colon cancer. And I know that's painful. I know that's got that. So he did Black Panther,
like Jackie Robinson, and he dies on Jackie Robinson Day,
and the birthday of Jack Kirby.
Yeah, and then he played Thurgood Marshall. He played James Brown. This guy here. Shit. If you needed someone to play, a Black cultural icon, this is your go-to guy. And,
right.
And I'd seen him in some things before. He was a good writer too. Because he would win, a bunch of screenplay competitions and all this. Denzel Washington paid for him to take an acting seminar, and
he went to Howard U to be a director.
Yeah, Howard University.
And I didn't know that.
And I'll tell you, he went there with I can't pronounce his name because I know I'm going to butcher, but he wrote an arc of Black Panther.
Oh, Tahit's Coates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Him, and when I saw him so thin, I was like, I mean, is he just naturally like that? And I'm like, was he sick or something like that? And then now it comes out, now you think to yourself, oh, okay, so that's why he was so thin.
And like he did what, 42, Black Panther, Endgame, Civil War. Maybe not Civil War, but I know
He did Civil War. That's where he first appeared.
Right, but I don't know if he had cancer then.
He was diagnosed in 2016. So when they filmed, it's a year before.
Right. But he did, four. Yeah, he did do four Avenger films. With cancer.
Yeah.
The Get Up.
And I mean, the thing is, he was still in shape too. So I wonder how he got so big with.
I don't know. But it's he now has the most liked tweet on Twitter. 22 million liked the tweet saying that he had passed.
And anything with his face on it, with his character, is going to go up in value.
Oh, and luckily a lot of the action figure sites I follow are like, hey, in honor of this man,
we're not buying anything.
Don't sell. And it happened after Kobe died. His shoes went through the roof.
And it's going to happen on September 4th because there is a NBA 2K21. There's the Mamba edition.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have ordered that edition. And I mean, myself included.
Right.
I'm going to use it as a keepsake. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and, just try to flip it.
Right.
Black market. I'm going to keep it.
I wish I would have gotten one of the Black Panther figures. So there's a bunch of figures I don't have. I have one of the pops, but like I'm not going, ooh, can I? I'm like, no, that's mine.
Or you just gouge the price for them if they want it so badly.
Screen Rant got in trouble because immediately after he passed, they put up an article saying, well, are they going to, who should be the Black Panther and Black Panther 2?
And it's too early to. They probably might put that movie on the back burner.
Screen Rant came out and said, we apologize. We weren't trying to be insensitive. And I'm like, that's very insensitive. Ryan Coogler wrote a really beautiful op-ed piece.
I read it today.
And that was really good. And it's true, like he was writing words for someone that will never say them now. And honestly, I was talking to James about this. I don't think you can recast.
No, it's just it's gonna be too jarring, and the thing is, it's gonna be too fresh in people's minds. I don't give a shit if you even postpone the movie till like 2025.
No.
People are gonna remember that that he's gone. So now you got to rewrite the entire script.
I think, and I'm not going to say like, hey, this is what they should do, but I think if you are Marvel and you are Coogler, once you process, because it is a process when you lose someone, I think you do go back to the books, and much like when they thought T'Challa died in the books, Shuri takes over.
Yeah.
And
or
I
M'Baku,
think,
or
I think Letitia,
right.
I think she becomes the new Black Panther, and I think that either you have him die a hero's death, and she's putting on the helmet, but I think,
and they could always use more female action heroes, and hey, she's one of color.
Exactly, and so I think that they had like mentioned like going that way eventually once Chadman was done with it. But now it's
evident. It's evident. And here's the thing: this is going to be the most watched Marvel movie.
Oh yeah.
Because the thing is, people are going to wonder, hey, how's this new Black Panther going to stack up?
And she's an amazing actress. She was fantastic in the first one. But yeah, you're going to go like, all right, we've lost the king. It's time for the queen to step up. And, reading all the stuff on Chadwick and all the stuff that he had done, and going to see kids and, at St. Jude's and cancer wards while he's fighting cancer and no one knows. I think that says more about the man than any character he ever played.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that he made Black Panther feel like a real king. And especially now with who we have in the White House, us going, you know be a really good president right now? King T'Challa.
Yeah. And, the thing is, yeah, we selfishly wonder, if he can be replaced. No, he cannot be.
He can't.
I think it's just too jarring. Somebody was even talking about John David Washington, as a candidate, but I'm just like, no, if you do that, I mean, it's just, it doesn't fit.
Much like Fast and Furious, when Paul Walker died,
His character died with him. Yeah.
His character was written
well,
off.
just like on The Simpsons too. They retired. Marshall Wallace dies. Miss Krabappel goes away.
Yep.
Phil Hartman gets killed by his wife, Troy McClure, and then Lionel Hutz go away.
Yeah, and so I think that's the only way that you really can do it is you have to pay respect to the actor. And yes, people are like, well, the character. When an actor brings someone to life like that,
he's just one of a kind.
You have to respect the actor.
And it's just one of a kind. I mean,
yeah.
He's not, somebody you can just go, oh, well, he can. I mean, it's not like Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle.
Exactly. Well, and like Terrence Howard, Don Cheadle, Edward Norton, Mark Ruffalo, that's a contract dispute.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger dies, and Christopher Nolan rewrites Part 3 because he can't have the Joker. Yeah. You don't replace Heath
talent
Ledger.
Like that.
You don't replace a talent. You don't replace an actor like that. Think about it this way: when John Bonham died with Led Zeppelin, when their drummer died, the band broke up. The band said, we're not Zeppelin without our mate. And that's how it is here. There is no Black Panther without Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's
sad and tragic, and our thoughts and prayers do go out to his family. And that's all we really can do.
What'd you do, man?
You know what we can do, Jason? What? In the honor of Chadwick Boseman, and I say this every week, how about we just go out there and be, I don't know, somewhat decent to one another? How about that?
Yeah, and with the Bill and Ted movie, coming out this weekend, which I have not seen because I don't know if it's still safe to sit in a movie theater.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I really wanted to see New Mutants and Bill and Ted, but you can rent it for $20. But the thing is, Bill and Ted said, be excellent to each other.
Exactly. And with that, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that is episode 47. We're gonna leave on that high note. Be excellent to one another. Be good to one another. And as always, I'm your co-host, Mike Behar, and with me as always,
I'm Jason Elliott.
We'll see you in the funny papers.
Later.